Hello everyone, I am back! And as you can see, I am sitting outside. Why? Because it is really hot and I'm at poolside. Poolside. So I've been quiet over the last few weeks. Why? Because I had to replace all my ID and my passport and everything that was stolen when I was in the US and some other stuff. Some really great and some others not so great. Well, for one, at work I got injured, like I always do. What happened? Well, I had to fix the generator because the power went off. And what do I know about fixing generators? Diddly squat. So I fixed the generator and the spark plug blew up right next to my ear. So I still can't hear so well, but the doctor said everything is fine and it will come back in time. How long? I don't know. But those aren't excuses, and I'm going to try never to go that long without uploading a video. Or I try to. I'm sorry. So what's today's video about? Well, the pros and cons of an insulin pen. So I'm going to start with the pros of an insulin pen. These are easy to use. You work out your carbs, how much you're going to eat, and you... Wrong way. And you twist it to the amount you need and then push it in and inject. And secondly, it's easy to get disposed of when it's finished. You just take off the needle and this goes in the trash, and the needle, always have to put it in a hazardous little tin thingy that you always get with the pens, and then you throw that away too. If you're newly diagnosed, or you're still very conscious and don't want people to really know you're diabetic, or you don't want to freak people out injecting right in front of them, because it didn't freak me out and didn't bother me. But if you really do, you can take a pen, walk around somewhere where somebody won't see you, and you can take your shot. And now for the last one, it's the needles. They are really small, really short, so it is much better than using a syringe. And they don't normally hurt, but if you push it in a muscle, it will hurt a lot. Believe me. And now for the cons of the pen. Well, those are more. Since I've been on the pump, I've noticed them a lot. Firstly, they can break easily. I've actually broken one in my bag when I was at work. I just threw my bag down, you know, like a guy does, like, yeah, it's there. And I kind of just heard like click. No, not a mouse click, but the syringe, it kind of broke. And when it came time for lunch, I didn't have any insulin. Because that was my last pen and I didn't think of going to get new ones. Oops. Secondly, these syringes you have to be very careful of. If you inject into a muscle or into a vein maybe, which is mostly possible, blood can go back up into the pen, and that is a big no-no. I figured out that the hard way because I injected it when I was just diagnosed and blood went up and I didn't notice it. And then the insulin goes bad. And I got really sick and I was in hospital for a couple of days. So, blood going up in the pen, that's another con. And another one is the pen, sometimes it's really easy to slip out of your hands. As most of you know of the diagnosis story I just uploaded, the pen can slip and then the needle can really bend and that really hurts. And I've heard of a couple of incidents where the needle actually broke off, and then you're in big trouble because then you have to go to the doctor to get that removed. And another con, this wasn't really a con for me, but I've heard of people that it really bothers them, and it's kind of opposite of, I already put it in the pros, but this is, you have to basically, if you don't want people to know, you have to leave to give you your injection, and that's really silly. Now you have to be uprooted, go somewhere else to do it, and that's just not fun because you don't want to miss out on any jokes that your friends might tell. And my friends' jokes aren't really funny. So I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. So what I'm saying, this isn't really inconspicuous. You have to stand there in the open and people can see. And if you're really uncomfortable with that, you have to get up and go somewhere where they won't. And another con is the pens are actually really expensive. Because some medical aids or medical insurance, I've learned that term, they don't pay for much of the pen. Sometimes you actually have to pay in, and it can get really expensive. And another one is the pen isn't really accurate because it works in ones. So it's 1 unit, 1 unit, 1 unit, 1 unit. So you can't give yourself, say, if you need 1.5 units, you can't really do that. Or 1.02, you can't do that because it works in ones. I've seen one that works in halves, but it's still not all that accurate because there is the possibility that you can inject too much. And yes, in my case, 0.2 can make a real big difference, and so you might go low or you might go high because you didn't inject enough or you injected too much. And the last con that I can think of is there isn't much variety in the pens. It's like the syringes or the pump. You get it in vials and there's a bigger range of insulins you can use. Well everyone, I hope you liked this video, and if there's more pros or more cons that you know of, please share it. Where do you share it with me? You can share it at the bottom here somewhere. You just use your keyboard and type. Or your phone and whatever you do on a phone. But if you want to say anything else, or ask anything, or just talk to me, or just say hi, like hi, hello, or any way else you like, you can do it at the bottom, or on a message, or on Facebook. You just type again. Clickety click. Then from me, myself and I, goodbye everyone. Please give my video a like.